Hello and welcome to this evening's Zoom class. I hope it finds you healthy and well. I'm going to invite you to come to an easy seated position. And when we're ready, we'll begin our practice together. As we begin in this seated position, just taking any little organic movements, whether that's rocking the body side to side, or circling, or you may simply wish to settle in, entirely up to you. This evening's breathing invitation will be our visualization of the clock, taking a circular breath. I'll explain first. We'll be visualizing a clock, circular with real numbers, any size, any color. We'll be using the hands of the clock with our breath. We'll be visualizing the hand of the clock traveling from 12 to 6 on our exhale, pausing, and then inhaling 6 to 12. Again, that exhale is going down, inhale is going up to the 12. If you'd like to take this evening's breathing invitation, taking a full round of breath, beginning to visualize your clock, again, any size, any color, with real numbers. Taking an inhale, and on your next exhale, visualizing the hand of the clock going from 12 to 6. Pausing, and then 6 to 12. Continuing at your own breath, own pace. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. Releasing the clock if you took the invitation. Relaxing the mind's eye, but keeping that depth of breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. We're going to begin to invite gentle movement to the body. So in your own time, you're going to gently let that left ear come towards the left shoulder. Right hand can stay in your lap, or you might gently travel it out to the side, or maybe out towards the back. We're just trying to stretch that lovely area between the shoulder and the head. Eyes can be closed, or you may naturally take your gaze down. We're going to take our right hand back to our lap, and then we're going to begin to round the chin down towards our chest. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, lifting the chin. We're going to take it on the other side. So slowly letting that right shoulder come down towards the right ear, coming towards the right shoulder. Your choice of that left hand staying in your lap or walking it away. And you might find that you play with that left hand, maybe stretching the fingers, making a fist and expanding. Just simply settling in. Again, slowly bringing that left hand back to the lap, tucking the chin in towards your chest, letting the head go heavy. Inhaling, lifting the gaze and the chin. We're going to begin to take our left arm across the body, right hand grabbing the wrist, maybe the forearm, or maybe near the upper arm. Yogi's choice, wherever you are, stretching the fingers away from the wrist. You're going more at a diagonal, then twisting the body. Okay, so we're trying to keep the shoulders over the hips, arms at a diagonal, but a gentle pressure. As you begin to exhale, you're going to release that left hand. Left hand's coming down, right hand's coming behind. It might simply be near the lower back, or you may be able to again grab the wrist, forearm, and gently taking the arm bundle away from the body. Make sure you have a straightish back rather than rounding or curving. We're going to gently release, taking the arms shoulder height, palms down. Flipping the palms up towards the ceiling. If you'd like to continue up towards the ceiling, palms can be facing each other, or you might make contact. And then we'll slowly bring the hands down into a prayer into the heart space. Gently taking that right arm across the body, taking your choice with that left hand. Again, remembering diagonal rather than twist. Exhaling, gently releasing, right hand coming down. Other arm coming behind, taking your choice. And taking the bundle away from the body. It's a gentle chest opener. Gently releasing, taking the arms up, shoulder height. Flipping the palms. Again, we're going up. This time the gaze might follow. Hands coming down into the heart space. Interlacing the hands, we're going to begin to send the palms forward, taking your time. Now we might be shoulder height or less, whatever's more comfortable on your shoulders. We're not gritting the teeth. There's a space between the upper and lower jaws. Exhaling, bringing the knuckles back in towards the chest, coming back to our prayer. Inhaling the prayer up overhead, we're taking a twist, taking that left hand to the right knee or thigh. Listening very carefully, we're going to begin to bring that right hand up and then over. So this left hand might naturally travel down towards the hip. You can stay here, or you can take the hand to the space between the ribs and the hip. Just feeling the chest opening. Exhaling, releasing that right hand down, left arm's going up, and then maybe over. Remember, you can come onto your forearm if that's accessible to you at the moment, or you're staying up on your fingertips. Inhaling, we're coming to that twist on the other side. Right hand coming to that left knee, the left hand behind. Inhaling that left arm up, shoulder height, and then over. Again, your choice with that right hand, it may travel. And each side will be different. You might be more near the hip if the hand travels down. You might be more upper rib cage. Noticing your breath. Exhaling, taking that left hand down, right arm's coming up. And then releasing down. We're going to begin to take our hands behind us. So if you're relaxing at the park or on the green, you can stay right here or pressing the weight into the hands. We're going to begin to lift the sit bones up. So you might be cross-legged. You may have the legs stacked or in front of each other. We're just simply lifting the sit bones. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of effort or height. It's probably a better word. It is an effort, but not a lot of height. Gently releasing the sit bones down to the earth as we tuck the chin in towards the chest, rounding the spine, hands coming forward for a seated forward fold. 3 rounds of breath here. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, lifting the torso. We're going to take a gentle cradling of the baby with our right foot. So you're going to take your sole of the foot into the left hand, hand on the knee. You might stay here. You can take any variation, digger arms. Bring the forearms to the shin. Sole of the foot to the crux and hugging. Wherever we are, we're gently rocking side to side and circling. If there's any areas of stickiness or hesitation with any of the hip joints, just making smaller circles or rocks. And then when we're ready, we're going to gently come into stillness, pulling the leg in towards the chest, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to gently rock back. We're setting our left leg in front of us. I'm going to change dimension so you can see me from a different angle. So again, we're still cradling the baby, left leg's in front. We're going to begin to take this foot down to the earth. Right foot down, right knee in towards the chest. When we're ready, we're going to interlace the hands, taking the palms to the soles of the foot, or you might take your fingertips to the edges of the foot. And again, we're staying here if we like. Otherwise, we're going to begin to send the heel away from the body as we lift the leg. You might be 90 degrees. You might choose to take that foot a little bit further up. Again, imagining the heel making the movement, not straightening the leg. Now, yogi's choice, you can stay here. We're going to begin to make a twist. You might soften that knee a little bit to make this transition. Taking your right hand to the outside of that right foot, left hand coming behind for support. Again, you might send that heel away. So we're taking a twist over towards the right. You might be looking at the right or over that shoulder, only if it's comfortable in the neck. Gently softening that knee as that right hand comes back. We're having our fingertips on the foot and slowly bringing that right foot back down. Taking that left hand to the knee or the crux of the elbow, left hand's coming behind. So it's still taking a twist, just a different emphasis. I'm going to invite you to point those left toes away from the body. You may have them flexed, but pointing the toes away. And then flexing them back. Exhaling, releasing the twist, bringing the gaze forward. We're going to begin to release this right knee. We're going to be taking our cradling the baby on the other side. Again, I'm just going to change dimension. So we're cradling the baby on the left foot. done. When we're ready, gently leaning back, we're going to begin to extend that right leg in front. We're going to do this all on the other side. So again, we're going to release that left foot down to the earth. Interlacing the hands the awkward way, so the other little finger underneath. And then bring the palms to the bottom of the foot. Again, if it's not accessible, you're taking the fingertips to the edges of the feet. Staying here, beginning to lift that left foot. 90 degrees, or again, sending the heel forward. Again, I'm going to change angles. And you might slightly bend that left knee, right hand coming to the outside of that left foot, left hand coming behind. Again, the knee can be quite in towards the chest, or setting the heel. Choosing your gaze, sometimes even changing our drishti, our focal point. Enhance the pose. We're going to begin to bring our gaze forward, bending that left knee. Left hand coming to the back of the outside and supporting that foot down to the earth. Readjusting our sit bones if necessary. Right hand coming to the left knee or the inside of that elbow. Left hand coming behind. This left hand might travel further towards the tailbone. You could take a bind if you like, taking the back of the hand to the right, but you might find that you lean back. I'd rather you have more height than twist. We're going to gently begin to release, taking the gaze forward. Straightening both legs, we're just going to begin to hinge at the waist, forward fold. Hands can slide down on the thighs, shins, or the feet. If you've got access to the feet themselves, you might grab the pinky edge. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, lifting the torso. We're going to begin to bring our hands behind us. We're bending one knee and then the other. We're going to be coming into a variation, if you'd like, into a reverse table. Now, for some of us, particularly if we're having any stomach issues, we may stay right here. This might be our choice this evening, just so we're not exacerbating any issues. Otherwise, shoulders are rolling back, palms are in contact with the earth. Staying here, beginning to press into the hands and the feet and slowly lifting the sit bones. So you might stay here, or you might begin to lift the whole stomach, abdomen up towards the ceiling. We're not letting the head drop back. Strong spine, strong neck. Wherever we are, we're going to begin to come back into our beginning position, releasing the sit bones down. Pressing into the hands so the chest is opening up rather than leaning back. We're going to do that one more time. Again, you're staying here. Otherwise, beginning to press into the feet and the hands, lifting the sit bones, coming into your reverse table. Exhaling, coming all the way down. We're all going to begin to extend the legs away, hinging at the waist, forward fold. And those shoulders might be feeling a little bit of heat after that, either V-sit or reverse table. Okay, inhaling, lifting the gaze, releasing the legs. We're going to be coming into a mer pose, mermaid, merman, mer pose. So I'm just going to take your hands over to the right hand side. They're going to support us as we bring our feet in towards the sit bones. You're going to lean over to the right, bring the feet in. We're aspiring to keep the sit bones in contact with the earth. One might naturally pop up, but we're not sitting on our feet. So the feet might come further towards the left. Hands are there to support us. You might tent up the fingertips to make the chest go up. When we're ready, we're going to begin to walk the hands over to the right. We're swinging our legs towards the front of the room again, letting both sit bones come down. As you exhale, coming into your gentle forward fold. Again, I'm not worried about the nose coming towards the knees. It's just having a lovely rounded spine as you let the head go heavy. Inhaling and lifting the gaze. As you lift, we're taking the hands over towards the left side, bringing the heels towards the sit bones, coming into our mer pose on the opposite side. Again, tenting up the fingertips. You might bring that left hand closer to the left hip to help press. And choosing your gaze. Walking the hands over towards the left as we begin to swing the legs out in front of us. Our final forward fold. So you might grab hold of the legs. We're going to bring the elbows in towards the body rather than go out towards the side. So you bring them in. Imagine the crown of the head coming towards the feet. Inhaling, lifting. We're going to begin to make our way into our tabletop position of all fours. So just ensuring that if you're in a small space that you maybe have enough room to take our leg out in front of us. Leg behind us even. Lovely. Having your tabletop position. Just starfish fingers, hips over the knees. We're just going to begin to take just a few hip circles, letting the sit bones come down towards the heels, shifting the weight from one hand to the other. And then settling back into our tabletop position. We're going to begin to take this right foot behind us. And just pressing into the calf. Opening up the calf by pressing into the ball of the foot. And then we're going to begin to lift that right leg. We're taking that leg over towards the left. So you're going to cross over that left foot, planting the foot down. Gazing at our thumbs or over that left shoulder towards the right heel. Just opening up that side body. And bring the gaze back to center, right foot straight behind us. And then bending the knee. Tabletop. We're going to come back into that on the other side. So taking that left foot behind you, and ball of the foot in contact with the earth. When you're ready, maybe lifting that left foot, taking it over to the right, letting the foot drop down, taking the gaze over that right shoulder. And gaze coming back towards the thumbs, lifting that left foot. We're going to plant that left knee. We're coming into our downward dog, tucking the toes, lifting the knees, letting the sit bones go towards the ceilings, and then the back of the room. You can pedal it out if you like, bending one knee and then the other. We're going to come into your three-legged dog. So you're going to begin to bring the weight into that left foot. You might take the right heel further up, or you might lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. If it's in your practice, you might bend that right knee, letting the heel come towards the right sit bone. So we're not opening up the hip, but letting the heel come towards the sit bone. Wherever we are, we're going to begin to bring our right foot between our hands. So you can bring in a helping hand underneath the calf. And again, making sure you're on train tracks. You might go quite wide for this first round. I'm going to drop that left knee casually to the earth. Inhaling, bring the hands onto that right thigh. I'm just going to encourage you, we're going to play around with this for a few moments. So you might stay right here, or you might begin just rocking back and forth a little bit and see if you get a little bit more going here. Bring the right foot further forward, as well as the hips going down. You'll find your edge soon enough. So we're not pushing it, we just want a gentle, lovely stretch. And again, just checking if your back toe is tucked or if you're on the top of the foot. If you're having any knee issues, maybe tucking the toe will be more comfortable. You can keep your hands on that right thigh, or we're going to begin to take the arms up overhead. Again, as you raise the arms, you might just do a little bit of a breath in, and then going a little bit deeper. If our hands are overhead, I'm just going to invite you to maybe bring them behind you. You might simply have them as if you're wearing pockets, or you might interlace the hands and sending the knuckles towards the back of the room. Again, the hands can still stay on that right thigh. Wherever we are, we're going to begin to release our hands down to frame that right foot. And this might feel a little bit awkward, particularly if you played with that edge, bringing the right foot further forward. If it's too far forward, so you might just slide it back a little bit. We're going to tuck that back toe, lifting that left knee. We're coming back to our downward dog. So taking that right leg back, you might even take three-legged dog. And then down to your downward dog, pedaling it out. And we're going to begin to take our three-legged dog on the other side, shifting the weight into that right foot, lifting the right heel. Staying here, beginning to lift that right foot up towards the sky, maybe bending the knee. Wherever we are, we're beginning to bring that left foot between our hands. Going wide, and then releasing the knee down to the earth. I do apologize if you keep hearing a ding. My phone is near the computer, and we have a WhatsApp barrage happening, so I do apologize if you are hearing that. If you're not, ignore it. Ignore it. We're going to begin to take our hands to that left thigh. Again, we're playing around, finding your edge. Each side will be different. We have a favorite side, even if it's not on purpose. So again, you can keep the hands on the thigh, shoulders away from the ears, or you're going to begin to invite the arms up overhead. And just your focal points coming forward or up towards the sky. Exhaling, we're taking the hands behind us, either hands in pockets or interlacing the hands. Wherever we are, releasing the hands down towards our foot. We might take that foot a little bit closer to the body. Tucking the back toe, lifting that right knee, your runner's lunge. We're coming to a forward fold at the top of our space. So in your own time, baby steps, big steps, sliding that right foot to meet the left. Forward fold. When you're ready, taking your halfway lift. Palms to the thighs, shins or peace fingers to the earth. And folding down. One more time, inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Generously bending the knees, pressing the weight to the feet, inhaling the arms up overhead. And then slowly down into the heart space. Beginning to root down with the feet. Excuse me, apologies for that. We're going to begin to come into a balance. We're going to be bringing our right knee in towards our chest. So we're going to bring the weight into that left foot, maybe lifting that right heel. You can stay right here. Otherwise, you're going to begin to lift that right knee. If you'd like, you can bring the hands underneath the thigh or in front of the knee itself. Again, that right toe can stay down. When we're ready, we're going to gently release that right foot, tapping the toe down, sliding it back to our warrior three. So that right toe might stay in contact with the earth, or you might come into a warrior three, making a T shape with the body. Inhaling, we're bringing that right knee back up in front. Your choice, toe tapping down, thigh or holding the knee. We're going to do that one more time. So when you're ready, dropping that right toe down, or we're sending the sole of the foot back. Warrior three. Remembering to send the heel rather than the toes if you're making a T shape. Inhaling, bring that right foot to meet the left. Arms are going up overhead. We're going to cactus the arms. Inhaling the arms back up overhead. And then taking the arms all the way down. We're going to do that on the other side. So weight into that right foot, lifting your left heel, coming into your one-legged balance. So you might stay here, you might lift the knee, you might grab the knee. When we're ready, we're going to begin to tap down that left foot, sliding it back and choosing whether you want to come into that full expression of warrior three. With our warrior three, if you've got space, you can take the arms in front, elongating your T. We're going to begin to make our way back to our choice of knee balance. Left toes tapping down or lifting the left knee. Exhaling, releasing that left knee. Arms are going up overhead. Cactusing it out. Softening the knees. Inhaling, taking the arms up overhead. In your own time, we're hinging at the waist, your forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're planting the hands, softening the knees, stepping back with our left foot. Runner's lunge, that right foot's in front. Now we're going to be coming into a standing crescent lunge. If you prefer, you're going to drop that left knee down. Otherwise, you're going to stay where you are. Bring the hands to the right thigh. And again, you might take the arms up overhead. Depending on your shoulders, you can take the hands together, taking a crescent lunge. Maybe we're opening up the chest. Wherever we are, releasing the hands down, framing that front foot. If we've dropped to that left knee, we're gently tucking and lifting and stepping back to a downward dog. And pedaling it out. And gently beginning to bring your gaze forward, walking, stepping, or hopping feet to the hands, your forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Forward fold. In your own time, you're coming up to standing, taking the arms up overhead. And hands coming down into the heart space. Softening the knees, hinging at the waist. Forward fold. Planting the hands, stepping back with our right foot. So that choice again, you can drop that right knee if you prefer. Otherwise, beginning to bring the hands to that thigh. Again, you might just do a little bit of rocking, finding that space. Hands can stay on the thigh. Now we're going to take the arms up overhead. Again, your choice if you want to take the hands together. Exhaling, releasing the hands down. We've dropped that right knee, tucking and lifting. We're coming to a forward fold at the top of your space. You guys are doing amazing. We're almost finished. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. We're going to come up to standing. Inhaling up. So just taking this time to reconnect with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You might even soften or close the eyes if you haven't done so already. We're going to add to our series. We're going to do a bit of a Dancing Shiva Warrior 3. Your choices, if that toe taps down, that's absolutely fine. Go at your sweet spot for today. So when we're ready, we're putting the weight into that left foot, taking your choice with that right knee. So lifting that right heel or lifting the right knee. This time I'm inviting you not to grab hold of it. So you might flex that right toe just to help engage that leg. We're going to be taking our Dancing Shiva. Hands can stay on the heart space, or we're taking the arms up overhead and then cactusing out the arms. So this is the visual. So toe can be down, and we're lifting. So this is our Dancing Shiva, or one-legged mountain pose. Okay, we're going to be coming into our Warrior 3. So the arms can go up overhead if you want to come into the full expression of Warrior 3 and you've got room in front of you, and extending that right leg behind. Or you can come into more of a superhero Warrior 3. We're going to come back into our one-legged mountain or Dancing Shiva. Exhaling, Warrior 3. Last round of Dancing Shiva or one-legged mountain. That left leg's probably on fire. We're going to begin to release that right leg. Inhaling the arms up overhead and softening down into our forward fold. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling the arms up overhead and coming down into the heart space. Remembering my cues may be faster or slower than your breath at the moment. We're going to be doing this all on the other side. You know the map, so we're going to enjoy the journey. Putting that weight into that right foot, lifting the left heel if you choose, or lifting that knee no higher than the hip. Hands staying where they are or coming into the cactus arms. or rugby post arms. Exhaling, tapping that toe, left toe down or setting the foot back, coming into your warrior three. Inhaling, Dancing Shiva. Warrior three. Last time of coming into our Dancing Shiva. Releasing that left foot. Taking the arms up overhead. Softening the knees, hinging at the waist, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. And forward fold. We're planting our hands. We're stepping back to a downward dog. We're going to be coming into a pigeon pose. This is our final kind of big pose or flow to do. So we're going to be doing our left leg first. So I'm going to begin to shift the weight to that right foot, lifting the left heel. You can come into your pigeon via three-legged dog if you'd like. Inhaling that left leg up. Otherwise, we're just going to begin to lift the leg. Exhaling, bending the left knee towards the left wrist, planting the left shin down. So hopefully you can see that left shin. We're sliding that right foot away. So it's yogi's choice. Left heel can stay exactly where it is, supporting that left sit bone. Or you can take that left foot over towards the right at various angles. Just ensuring you're not coming over, you're not tilting over towards the left. Just finding your pigeon hands, so they might be wide as your mat. Checking with that back leg, make sure it's straight behind you, it's not going off to the right. And if you're having any issues with the knee, you're going to tuck that right toe. We're going to come into our pigeon. So when you're ready, you're going to begin to walk the hands forward. You might simply come onto the forearms. Again, every time letting the arms go wider. Or you might begin to make a pillow with a fist or the palms. Or just letting the forehead come all the way down. Again, ensuring we're not tilting over towards the left. Really setting the front of that right hip down towards the earth. We're here for a few rounds of breath. That invitation with every inhale, slightly lifting the chest. And as you exhale, you might melt a little bit further down. Two more rounds of breath. When we're ready, we're going to begin to come back onto our palms, lifting the torso and the chest ever so carefully. And we need to come into our final downward dog. So I'm going to invite you to begin to tuck that right toe, sliding the knee in towards the body. And then if you like, we're going to begin to take that left leg out to what might resemble a three-legged dog. And then back to our downward dog, pedaling it out. We're going to begin to take this on the other side of our pigeon. So the left foot taking the weight, lifting the right heel, beginning to lift that right leg up, your three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend the knee as you shift the weight into the hands, taking that right knee towards the right wrist, planting the shin down, sliding that left leg away. Again, we might be quite happy with the heel near the sit bone, or taking that foot across the body, checking in with that knee. And in your own time, beginning to make your way down into your pigeon. The second side's always faster in coming into the pose. And just beginning to drop into it. Again, the invitation with the breath, inhaling and just letting the body melt. Two more rounds of breath. On your next inhale, in your own time, beginning to deconstruct your pigeon pose, bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to begin to shift the weight into that right sit bone, and then bending that left knee as we bring the leg in front. We're coming to an easy seated position. Sometimes easier said than done. So as we begin to come into our easy seated position, we're just going to begin to circle at the waist. And I just want you to let the eyes go soft. And very slowly we're going to come into a gentle forward fold, letting the hands slide away from the legs. You might bend fingertips, palms, or forearms, but just dropping the head down. Maybe taking notice of the difference in the hips at the beginning of your practice and how they're presenting now. Inhaling, slightly lifting the gaze, walking the hands over to your right hand side, folding down. Inhaling, lifting, walking the hands to your center over towards the left hand side, and again gently folding down. When you're ready, taking the hands back to center, tenting up the fingertips, taking the hands as wide as your mat, and dropping the head down. Planting the palms, sliding the hands back towards your lap, coming up to a seated position. I'm going to slowly let that right ear come towards the right shoulder. Your choices for that left hand. Stacking the head, taking that left hand back towards the lap, and taking it up to the other side, left ear towards the left shoulder, maybe that right hand going away. Stacking the head, taking the hand back to your lap. We're going to be making our way onto our backs for just a little bit of rocking and rolling for the lower spine. If you'd like to change anything in your environment, lights, music, layers, please do. Minus blankets just yet. And when you're ready, we'll just begin to make our way into a semi-supine position to begin first. And then when you're ready and comfortable, bring the knees in towards the chest. So again, absolutely no rush or hurry. We'll get into this pose in our own time. And again, once you get to your semi-supine, you might windshield wiper the knees. That might actually be quite nice before bringing the knees in towards the chest. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the knees in towards the chest, back of the head staying in contact with the earth. And we're just going to begin to massage out the lower back. Hands can be behind the thighs or on the knees. And trying to go in both directions. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the knees in towards the chest and releasing the feet down towards the earth. We have made it to our final part of our practice, relaxation or Shavasana. So putting on any additional layers that you haven't done so already, if you'd like to. And then beginning to come into a posture you'd like to hold for relaxation. That might be the semi-supine. You may choose to come into a reclined butterfly, soles of the feet together, traditional corpse pose, or any other posture I've neglected to mention but you'd like to explore for relaxation. So from your chosen pose, we're going to take a few rounds of breath here. Now you can stay here as long as you like. You may pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to be taking 3 breaths together. When you're ready, slowly beginning to come into a small ball, letting the knees come in towards the chest. Massaging out the lower back. And in your own way, coming to a seated position. No rush, no hurry. But just gently making your way back to a seated position. Inhaling the arms up overhead, palms meeting, and slowly coming down into the heart place. Bowing the head to the hands in gratitude for investing in your well-being and your practice. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. If you'd like to check out any of my other practices, short or long, check out my other videos. And again, I will see you again soon. Many blessings. Thank you.